Hello there, Reject Nation. I'm Greg Alba. Who are you?
I'm Kat Alvarado.
Kat Alvarado's back with Greg, and apparently she watches Game of Thrones, and
Heck
the
yeah.
night we're shooting this, these promos dropped today. So I was like, awesome, let's check this out. Just as a heads up, I am going to be covering Game of Thrones. Hired an editor to do the 10-minute reaction highlights cut so we could put them up on YouTube. Hopefully they don't get blocked. But Kat Alvarado, I went on her brand new podcast. Dicks of History. What was it called?
No.
Villains of History.
Villains of History.
Villains of History. I was on there. You can listen to it on iTunes. Plug your podcast and make it link to this.
I will plug my podcast. So Villains of History is about the worst people of history. And actually, if you're a Game of Thrones fan, you're going to like the most recent episode, which is called Worst Uncle Ever. Covers a couple characters off of which I'm pretty sure Joffrey is based.
Now we must all listen to Kat's podcast.
Do it.
I talked about a KKK guy in John Wilkes Booth with Kat. It was a great time. I learned some history.
Yes.
This guy knows more. I know just about as much as Wikipedia will let me know.
I want everybody to know more. I get most of my information from Encyclopedia Britannica.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
brilliant.
it's a step up from Wikipedia. A little.
Let's watch this. We got two promos here. We'll watch them back to back. Survival and Together. Let's start with Survival.
All right.
Think back to where we started.
Oh yeah, Ned Stark.
No, it's just us. We need to end this war. This goes beyond loyalty. This is about survival.
Ooh, let's just watch the next one right away. They're so short. I like it that way. All right.
I need to pay attention.
Or die.
They flashed that image a couple times. Must be they were awkward
It
conversation.
doesn't die. Doesn't stop. They're coming.
Okay, first things first, I think we see that Arya's gonna die.
What? They wouldn't show that in the trailer.
No, well,
Show me.
she's gonna come freaking close to dying. If you go to the first one, she's running and she's got like blood all over her face. She's in some dire straits right there.
I mean, did you see the other trailer? We saw that in the other trailer. Where's the aftermath?
Yeah,
She's
no,
gonna come close to dying.
Well, I
Everyone's
mean-
everyone's gonna come close to dying in this season. Kat,
That's
it's the
true.
finale. Jeez, use some logic.
That's true. Well, we already know that Jamie is gonna die.
How do we know that already?
He basically said in a tweet or an interview, the actor said he had a wonderful death scene.
I've been looking online. I can't find anything about the actor saying that he had a wonderful death scene. So I don't know what the hell she's talking about. What?
Yeah?
No, what?
Yeah. Total spoiler.
No shit, Kat. Why would you just say that to me and be like, could you whisper like, do you want to know this?
I thought you knew.
No, I didn't know.
You're like the king of geek culture. How could
I
you not
am
know?
not even the prince of geek culture. I am so far off from
In
being
my world.
In your world, sure, where you talk about
You're like
history
the
and stuff.
dorkiest person I know.
Oh man, thanks, Kat. That makes me feel really confident about myself. That's such a spoiler. Nah, that can't be true. I'm gonna look that up.
Do it.
Jamie Lannister death? I don't see anything about that. All right, so here's what I ended up finding right now. He was doing an interview with The Sun where the title of it was Jamie over Game of Thrones, Nicola Coster-Waldau. I have no idea how to pronounce his name. Gives strongest hint yet that Jamie Lannister will die before season finale. Okay, now here's what it goes on to say. Speaking to Star 2, he revealed, I had a great last scene. It was absolutely beautiful. It was the perfect way to end. Obviously, I can't tell you what the scene was. It wasn't the final scene of the series, but it was close to the end. It was shot at a beautiful location. At this point, I had seen quite a lot of colleagues rap, so I'd seen a lot of tears. beautiful speeches, and I knew what to expect. So he didn't say he has a wonderful death scene, Cat Alvarado, and maybe this is hinting at the fact that he dies, but it's maybe ultimately what he's saying. He had a great last scene. He had everyone of the actors has a final scene in the show. It's the last season. So yeah, she kind of fell for the headline a little bit.
He's
probably gonna die. They
Most
hinted
of
all
them
the
are gonna die.
All this stuff of like, I promise to fight for the living, I intend to keep that promise. That all links to like stuff of them gonna die. And I like the themes that these promos are showing us. And I think the marketing is so clever for it.
It really is.
Because there's only 6 episodes, I believe, which makes hiring an editor very cost efficient. So there's only 6 episodes. You don't need to like really tease anything because 6 is so contained enough as it is. And I'm like, don't show me. I like trailers that just hone in on, themes and stuff. So like survival, having to work together, all like in unity, banding together for the one common enemy. And then Cersei's on the side there somewhere,
You just see her hair very blurry.
Yeah, just let them fight it out, and then we'll fight whoever's left standing. Those kind of elements to me. What are you most excited for in this season?
Gosh, I just want to find out who dies and lives. I'm very like, tell me what's going on kind of a person. I really want to see if some of the fan theories come true or not. Like one of them is that Daenerys is going to die. Have you heard that?
Yeah.
That's one I don't.
I've heard a theory about how each one of them is going to die. Everyone's going to die. I mean, this is Game of Thrones. So I feel like what people are setting themselves up for is that everything's going to be like this. We're finally going to get that triumphant ending, that Return of the King, or the Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. I feel like, I'd be a little bit let down if it ends on, oh, look at, John at the throne, the Iron Throne. He's king now and everything. As cool as that sounds,
that's not his MO. That's not Martin's MO.
Yeah, exactly. And he's always about going against the grain on those kind of things.
It's gonna be someone we don't expect, and they're gonna be really sad about it.
Or maybe there might not be any throne. Ever thought about that?
I like that.
Maybe
that's a good resolution.
Final line is game over.
Game over!
Why didn't
and they somehow
hire me?
Pan out, and it's been like these geeks
Geek.
playing
Yeah.
video games the whole time, and they just like sip Monster Energy drink. They're like, "What's the next one?"
We are on the same page about this.
Do we see any of the ice dragons?
That final image of that dragon spewing fire at us, I can't tell if that's the ice dragon or not. Either way, man, that looks fucking scary. It really does.
Yes, it does. Oh my, those teeth. It's like multi-layered and like spiky.
It's what your teeth look like before I do After Effects on this video.
Don't tell them.
What I also really like in the promos, when you see like Sansa looking upon the dragons, isn't that her first time she's seeing the dragons, right?
Yes.
And it brings me back to that sense of wonder of when it's like we've gotten used to the dragons.
We have.
But there's all these other characters who still have yet to lay eyes on them. I really should try to cram in that last season again before this new one premieres. Anyway, we'll wrap this video up now. All right, keep a lookout for my reactions to Game of Thrones. I'm probably going to bring someone on to cover with us who's read the books, just to make things easier for us to catch any moment. Because I tell you, like, so many times things just fly over my head, and I'm like, oh, that was a piece of important information? I didn't know. I thought it was just casual dialogue they were having with each other. So, yeah, but I can't wait to watch this. I'm excited for it. This is an event. It's a television event.
Yes! I'm going to live tweet this shit.
Oh, that's where everyone's going to be going, what's Kat saying about this?
No one ever follows it. I get like a few likes.
Nah, you'll be great, Kat. Guys, you can subscribe to the Reject Nation. Click that notification bell. Follow Kat Alvarado on social media, but especially check out her podcast.
Yes, please check out the
Can
podcast.
I link the our interview, our podcast on? I can link it.
Yes, you can.
It's linked, and we'll catch you guys soon. Winky. Well, if you made it all the way to the end,
I'm Cat Alvarado.
We're going to do this Aftermath one. Shot those with Kat yesterday. I was going to put it up this morning. Avengers dropped this morning. And then in the midst of Avengers, I had no idea that this dropped. So I figured, got to cap it off. And I got John here. So let's watch the Aftermath tease. Ooh. Ooh.
The Night's Watch
Ooh.
Huh.
Pin. The sword.
Needle.
Yeah.
It's like naming characters in a comic book.
That's Chappie.
Oh, wait. I can't remember.
Oh,
Lannister's hand, Jaime's
Jaime,
hand.
Yeah.
Jon Snow's sword?
That's Frodo's sword from Lord of the
Frodo's
Rings.
sword. Yeah.
Sting.
It's Justin. I love the marketing here.
You know what I will say, because there's a whole lot to say, is that I do like that motif of like showing a bunch of visuals of a scene, of a place, and then playing the audio over it of a situation that led to this, but clearly nobody's there right now. You know, like I do like that as just an oral experience.
I'm hoping this is the end.
Of the show, it is.
I hope they just show us the ending and like, oh, everyone lost.
The Night King won. Yeah.
Damn.
It's the Night King's watch now.
This is a great tease to give us everything without giving us anything.
Mm-hmm.
I obviously didn't recognize every prop. You know?
Yeah.
You know, Arya's sword. I think it was like Bran's, was his wheelchair in there or something at one point?
Who has like a falcon?
The feather. Comment. If you made it this far, comment.
All the Easter eggs.
Like the feather, I'm like, wait, it's like right there in my noggin somewhere. If I had just read this top comment, it says the feather Robert put on Lyanna's tomb. Yeah, I wouldn't have got that. We're not going to figure this out.
We are Game of Thrones fans.
We're one Google search away from remembering. We'll get someone who's more of an expert to join us in our reactions when we do this. Thank you guys.